Newcastle Racecourse and transport. It's just a game of getting things wrong. And it's now, I remember back in about 8 years ago maybe, well see, when I started going horse racing seriously 7 years ago, there was always a free racecourse bus before and after every meeting, of course. And then a midweek meeting about 8 years ago, I waited for a bus to turn up, and I thought, what's going on here? And I either walked to a racecourse about 40 minutes or caught a commercial bus. I missed the first race. I was rather annoyed because I was back waiting for this bus to turn up. I didn't, and I emailed them and said, oh sorry, we're not doing my favourite race anymore, but I forgot to update the website. Oh, this surprised me, because the racecourse is one of the many, sadly, issues of competence when I did my racecourse video. I might have a link here of racecourse I've been to. Since then I've been to Luch's point to point, but quite low down. Nothing against Luch's, nice, it was a very nice day, but I mean it's quite minor racing, wasn't many wilderness, but I enjoyed doing it though. But so then, and now they've taken the bus off completely. I think used to be a free racecourse bus to basically Regent Central and Four Lanes and Metal Station. I think there might be a couple going one going one and one going the other, I think. And you could just get where you want to go from there, into town or into the coast or go up to the airport, towards the airport line. You could do that. But they've taken those off. But they then, I remember a few years, last went to Northumberland Plate about 3 years ago. As now I've got a half price ticket. I say missed them the grandstand ticket. I actually generally thought it was until today. And then afterwards, the racecourse buses I had all going to town. I mean, skipping just absolutely into town, into a quayside basically. Completely ignoring Regent Centre Four Lanes End, as in sending a clubbing or something, but I don't know what it was. And it was really ridiculous. I mean, it's a completely changed what on earth I think we're doing. I mean, it was a bizarre situation. Today's no better. Now, actually, 43, I think was the bus I got. You can get 43, 44, 45 from, well, I actually got a Regent Centre Metal Station, but you get it near where I am now, from 4 to 4, it's quite near to where I live. And it was supposed to, there was quite a lot of people waiting for the commercial bus. We were thinking 43 maybe. And there was people on it as well. And it's clear that they've basically taken off a racecourse bus going to racecourse from Regent Centre. It's going to be falling in the end as well. And afterwards, I took the website for the transport thing to see what it was saying. And it was saying basically, after racing, we're going, yeah, always some buses are going basically to a quayside. Exactly the same thing from the nightlife or wherever we go. Just go, and then listen, imagine all your customers, I suspect, aren't going to go there, but much probably prefer to like to go towards the Regent Centre Four Lanes End. That area, they don't actually want to go down. Now, in fact, it wasn't even there after racing. I looked just wondered if it was what buses were, and it's clear that the DJ or stuff is after racing. That's happening after that. So in fact, what's happened is there's a huge queue for 43. Look, I called about just over 40 race meetings in Newcastle, and some of them got free, and the time they got the free Thursday for a commercial bus, it's by far the largest queue, and I've done it once twice, certainly for the, I think even last time round, when the Northumberland Plate, it wasn't this much of a queue. And you know, people are basically, because the racecourse have taken the buses off, there's a lot of people getting a commercial bus, and I wonder people, and it was really rather hot, as long as they get it, because it was quite warm hot with the bus with heat. And it was getting increasingly hot because it was taking about 5 minutes. A lot of people getting on, and I got on well in the middle of the sort of queue. But it was increasingly warm, and I think we're getting. Look, once you've been going on, how long is this going to take? Because I'm looking around to see what's going on, and it's because basically a lot of taxis as well, and all of this, not taxis, a lot of the buses. It's I think because the racecourse are taking the bus off, and I think there's people going to be annoyed about this. I'm not happy about it. And it's a bizarre situation. I don't know what race they're doing. I think so what's in my race video? I put this lower down than it might have been otherwise. It's best one of the lowest I think for weight or Group 1 course because of various issues on Newcastle. And frankly, this is one of them.